Recording in progress.
Okay, Andy. Good morning, everyone. Online friends, can you hear my voice? Say yes or no to me once. Right. Yesterday's notes updated, no? Okay, right. So up to yesterday, what are the required models are there? I introduced anyway. The last model yesterday is method reference. Difference between lambda expression and method reference is lambda expression means writing the body directly to the abstract method. We call it as lambda. To write lambda expression, interface must hold only one abstract method. If any interface holding only one abstract method, we call it as functional interface. The term introduced by Java 8 version. It's a theory. Sir, for this abstract method, I want to take existing body of one constructor or one method or nothing but static method or instance method and attaching that concept we call it as method reference. This method reference we are using in thread creations, nothing but web services, microservices, that part is available. I also will use a second program of method references in multi-threading chapter. I'm going to use it. On the way, multi-threading chapter is going to be entered here. Can you see multi-threading chapter? In this chapter, I'm going to train it how to create threads by using method references. Yesterday, demo, I took one iTest1 interface, declared with one display method. The display method is abstract method. That abstract method I attached with the body of constructor model 1. I attached with the body of instance method model 2, body of static method model 3. So all these are three different objects. I given the diagram also to you. That is yesterday's information. After that, I want to introduce some rare models to you. Rare means less used models. I started because of time. I not clearly explained that concept. So today I'll clear it. You can start advanced Java, right? Who are having a flexible time by 5:30 p.m. opt for advanced parallelly if you are comfortable with that time. Okay, right. So means you got eligibility for advance. I'm repeating again and again so that you can save the time. So if you start advanced Java, parallelly core Java will be running in the morning and evening advanced Java. Two are Java domains, no? So Java domain is important when compared to other domains. So if any other domains are there, you can extend that batches and try it out so that you can cover Java domain bit early. If you complete Java domain bit early, job opportunities will be increased for you. Core, advanced, Spring, if you complete bit early, you can start your job searches. You can start it. So my suggestion, start advanced Java by 5:30, finding your time. Right. Anonymous. Here. Okay. Right here, this is the diagram. I want to declare one inner class inside the interface. I said I want to declare one inner class inside the interface. 1 minute. Right, look here. So the rare model, inner classes in interfaces. We can also declare inner classes in interfaces and which are automatically static member inner classes. Yesterday I took this model. So here I took one program. Inner classes application. Inner classes I took. Right, this one. I took one interface. Inside this, I took one variable. Inside this interface, I took one class here. Can you see this class? This class is automatically static only. So inside this class, I took one method. Whenever you want to create object for this class, here, I test interface name dot subclass 1 ob equal to new I test dot subclass 2. I'm creating object. So this is static member inner class object. Syntax, you know, no? Outer class name dot inner class name, same. I'm calling M1. Issue not there. There is one M1. This M1 will come. Now, anyway, newly default concrete methods came and static concrete methods came. Inside this default concrete method, I took inner class. Means local inner class I took inside the default method I taken. Means you can write inner classes, means local inner classes in interfaces also. That is the information. I took one inner class inside the static method, I took it. So here I took subclass 2. Here I took subclass 3. Here M2 I taken. Here M3 I taken. Okay, right. Now, whenever I want to access display to static method, I can access. I test dot display to, because it is a static method I can access. But whenever I want to access one default method, it is a non-static. Default method you have to call with object name. You have to call it. Now you have to create object for interface. Interface object not there, no? So whenever I want to create object for interface, whether I must write lambda expression or I must write anonymous, anyone I should write. Whenever I want to write lambda expression, abstract method must be there. So abstract method not available. I not taken any abstract method there. What is the second choice for me? Anonymous here. So I took one anonymous inner class without members. I taken. Empty body. Empty implementation body I taken. So object created. ob dot display. The answer is coming. All of you understood this? Yes or no? Right. Okay. The same way, I am taking one abstract class also. Inner classes in abstract classes you can declare. We can also declare inner classes in abstract classes, which can be static member inner classes or which can be non-static member inner class. Means both are allowed. So I am taking one abstract class I am taking here. Under P1, I will take one abstract class, I will take it. So A class, always abstract class, I'll take it as A class, I will take it. This is outer abstract class. Outer abstract class. In this outer abstract class, I am taking some variable. Public int x is equal to 10. So static means both can access. This I'm taking static. Okay, right. Now here I am taking one class inside. Public class subclass 1. Taking this is inner class, means instance member inner class. Public static class subclass 2 I am taking. This is static member inner class. You can write non-static and you can write static. Here I'll take one method, void m1. I'll take it. So system dot out dot println m1 print x. The value x is equal to plus x. I'll take m2. I'll take it. Now I am taking one instance member inner class. I am taking one static member inner class. I am taking like classes only. Whenever you want to create object for static, outer class name dot inner class name OB equal to you can create. Whenever you want to create object for instance member inner class, outer class object must be created, right? See there. I am going with demo inner classes. Here I am taking system dot out dot println. So inner class in abstract class. Inner class in abstract class. Create object for instance member inner class. Whenever you want to create object for instance member inner class, you have to create object for abstract class. Abstract class object available or not available? Abstract class direct object available or not available? Not available. When not available, abstract class, here outer class object, OB, some 2 I will take, OB2 equal to new abstract class, write anonymous. Whenever the objects are not there, you can write anonymous body, you can write. Here, no members. Same like your interface only. Anonymous. Using this object, abstract class dot subclass 1 OB3 is equal to OB2 dot new subclass 1. This is instance member inner class object creation. No, right? Now OB3 dot some m1 I am calling. How to create object for static now? This is subclass 2 OB4 is equal to new A class dot subclass 2. Right? So OB4 dot M2. All of you got this right. So this is instance member inner class object creation. This is static member inner class object creation using abstract class. Run it. The answers will come. This is inner class in abstract class. This is inner class in interface. Both are allowed. For interview purpose, they'll ask a question. When you declare one inner class inside the class, can you declare inner class inside the interface or not? Can you declare one inner class inside the abstract class or not? They'll ask a question. Then the answer is you can declare. Whatever the inner classes and interfaces, they are automatically static. The inner classes in abstract classes, two options are there. You can write static or you can write non-static. You can write local also, because here local allowed no. Here also local allowed or not no. Local inner class common. Wherever the body is there, a method body is there. Inside that you can write a class. Right? Okay. So this is the program. So this program P1 I took itest.java. P1 I took a class.java. P2 I took demo inner class 4.java. This is one main class. Right. Now see, here one output is there, no? Right. Look here. According to this diagram, I brought variables, I brought methods, I brought what is this? Constructors, I brought blocks, I brought classes. Next, who should come now? Interfaces. Inner interfaces in Java. Make a siding. Inner interfaces in Java. Inner interfaces in Java. Inner interfaces in classes. Inner interfaces in interfaces. Inner interfaces in abstract classes. Inner interfaces in classes, inner interfaces in interfaces, inner interfaces in abstract classes. You can keep that inner interfaces in three locations. You can keep it. Right, one paragraph, small paragraph. We can also declare inner interfaces in classes, and which can be static member inner interfaces or non-static member inner interfaces. We can also declare inner interfaces in classes, and which can be static member inner interfaces or non-static member inner interfaces. You can declare static and non-static both. Next statement. We can also declare inner interfaces in interfaces and which are automatically static member inner interfaces. We can also declare inner interfaces in interfaces and which are automatically static member inner interfaces. We can also declare inner interfaces in interfaces and which are automatically static member inner interfaces. Same like inner classes or inner interfaces in classes, here also same statement. We can also declare inner interfaces in abstract classes and which are which can be static member inner interfaces or non-static member inner interfaces. Static member inner interfaces or non-static member inner interfaces. Right. So first you must know inner interfaces are possible. You must know. So one example program, you had it. Right, look here. Let me write that once. Inner interfaces. Interface one advantage is there. Lambda expression is there, no? Right, you can write with lambda expression. Syntax looks very simple also. See there. I am taking application inner interfaces. I am taking. So project application inner interfaces. Package always P1 and under P1, I am taking one class. That is subclass. This is outer class. So I'm taking one static variable. No, not void. Static means easily we can access. Just for demo purpose, I'm showing. Inside that one interface, public interface iTest1, public static interface iTest2. At last, the interface is coming inside the class. This is instance member inner interface. Static member inner interface. Here easily we can write one abstract method. Void sum m1. I'll write one abstract method. Here public abstract void m2. So I took some inner interfaces I taken. Inside that inner interfaces, I took methods m1, m2, I took it. For this m1, m2, I need body. You can write the body by using lambda. It will be easy for you. Okay, right. See there I'm writing. Go for main class under P2. Under P2 class demo inner interface. So import anyway. Import P1 dot. Right. Here inner interface. I'll keep a comment here. Right. I'm writing subclass dot iTest1 OB1 is equal to lambda. I'm writing. This is lambda. Means body for m1. This is body for m1. Here no parameter, no. m1 is not having a parameter. Okay, right. So system dot out dot println. This is m1. M1 method only, that one. Yes or no? Na? M1 method. So system dot out dot println the value a is equal to plus a. Can you see this? It is not accessing. Have you observed that? Yes or no? Na? Lambda expression will run local to the method. This lambda expression is running local to main method. Main method belongs to main class. It cannot access that class, no? Yes or no? Na? Tension will come if you are silent. Why means last model, important model. If you don't know lambda expression, survival not there. 2014 model. Means almost 9 years is going to be completed for that model. Many projects and tools are running on lambda. Java 8 features, 9 years completed. Full-fledged implementation available from 8. 8 full-fledged implementation is there in the market. Among that, key role is lambda. Now the lambda is not accessing. See there, everybody will feel that. Sir, this method available here only. No, sir. It can access. A means it cannot access. Because body is provided from your main class method main or no. Right. If that is a diagram I drawn, it is running local to it. It cannot access. If you want to access, you must use class name. All have understood this theory? Right. You can call it OB1.M1 method. You can call it. So same way, you can write subclass dot one more class is there. I test2 OB2 is equal to lambda. One more the lambda. This is for M2. This is for M2. For M2. Both are accessing subclass only, no? Right. Now the answer will come. M1. Where is M2? Right. OB2 dot M2. M2 is coming or not now? Right. All of you understood very easily. Sir, if I want write any concrete methods, you can write a default concrete method, static concrete method, the other given flexibility to write in your interface. So finally, you can declare one interface inside the class also. That is allowed. The point. Now, let us go with interface inside the interface. Class inside the interface, sorry. Inner interface inside the class, two models are there, static, non-static. But interface inside the interface, automatically static only. So I am taking one interface. I test one interface. This is outer interface. Outer interface. Inside this, automatically static interface. I am taking one interface now. I test 3. I am following the number and coming. Right. This is automatically static member inner interface. Here also you can have one variable now for demo purpose. Public static some int b is equal to 20. Here interface means abstract method. Public abstract void M3 I am taking. So I declared one inner interface inside the interface I taken. Now go for main class. Under main class, interface here. Inner interface in interface. Now here, I test 3 OB3 is equal to lambda. This lambda is for M3. For M3, this is M3. I must access B, no? B. So I must access B with what now? I test B. Now OB3 dot M3. So inner interface, it is possible. Now we are declaring one interface inside the abstract class now, right? So I am going with abstract class now. Under P1, I am taking one class as a class I am taking, that is abstract. This is abstract class. Outer abstract class. Again, I am taking one static variable. Int c is equal to 30. I am taking inside this interface, I test 4. This is instance member, inner interface. Here public abstract void M4. I am taking public static interface itest5. This is static member inner interface. This is public abstract void M5. The point. So finally, you can declare inner interface inside the abstract class also. It is possible. Right. Go to main class. Inner interface in abstract class. Now system.out.println inner interface in abstract class. Here the same abstract class dot itest4 ob4 is equal to lambda. M4 method, that is. This is M4. This printing B. This printing C. You have to access with the class. ob4.m4. A class dot itest5 ob5 is equal to lambda. This is for CC and A class dot C. Now ob5 dot m5 is a point. So the answer is coming. So finally you can have inner interface in classes, inner interface in interfaces, inner interface in abstract class. All possibilities are available. All of you understood this demo code to you, right? It is an interview question actually. So if inner class is possible, inner interface possible or not, one interview question. So instead of writing like a question, I'm giving one small program and showing to you. That's the thing, right? Okay, right. Practical codes not available. Writing interface inside class. Practical code not available. They'll come in the form of designs. Means from libraries they will come. User-defined interface we never write inside the class. But the model available you must know for interview. Right here, I took P1 subclass dot Java under P1 itest dot Java under P1 A class dot Java under P2 demo inner interface dot Java. This is main class. Written right. Now see, all came inside, then who should come here now? Abstract. It also will come. Abstract class also will come inside. Right. All models are available. Make it. Inner abstract classes all should come inside. Inner abstract classes in Java. Inner abstract classes in classes. Inner abstract classes in interfaces. Inner abstract classes in abstract classes. We can also declare inner abstract classes in classes, and which can be static member, inner abstract classes, or non-static member, inner abstract classes. Inner abstract classes in interfaces. We can also declare inner abstract classes in interfaces, and which are automatically static member, inner abstract classes. We can also declare inner abstract classes in abstract classes, and which can be static member, inner abstract classes, or non-static member, inner abstract classes. right? So inner abstract classes also possible. Right? Look here. So this example program is an assignment for you. You can write it, no? Yes or no? Na? Take one class, inside that you take one abstract class and create object. Take one similar like above, right? Repetition. You try once. On Saturday or somewhere, I'll write the code. Okay, right. You can try that. Take one class and copy it. Right. All of you clear up to here? Right. Okay. Now, why this pattern I'm writing means, see there. Now, I'll scroll up once. Here, I'll scroll up. Core Java concentrates on alphabets IZ. What is the first alphabet now? Variables. What is the second one now? Methods. What is the third one now? Constructors. What is the fourth one now? Blocks. What is the fifth one now? Classes. Today, this class is two types to you. Static classes and non-static classes. Static classes means inner classes. You cannot declare outer class as a static. If you declare outer class as static, error will come. Suppose I had one class S1. Inside that S1, I had a class S2. If I say S2 is static, S2 will be binded to S1. Means get the memory. Got it right? Suppose if I take this S1 as a static, where I should bind it, error will come. So outer class cannot be static. If you want to take static classes, that is only inner classes. Means static classes means only inner classes. You can take it. Today, interfaces also two types to you. One is static interfaces and non-static interfaces. Static interfaces and non-static interfaces. Non-static interfaces. In static interfaces, this also only inner. Only inner interfaces. You cannot declare outer. Same abstract class also two types. Static abstract classes and non-static abstract classes. Static abstract classes also only inner abstract classes. All of you understood the statement? Right. So, Java alphabets has been ended. Take one long breath. Alphabets ended. You can start UKG from today. When your education also, after LKG alphabets only UKG will come or not now? So 5:30 UKG is starting. Summary of Java programming components. This is summary. All of it clear, everyone? Right. Say yes or no to me. Right. I worked very hard to reveal this point. Without your knowledge, slowly, subject conclusion will come in the last. Very beautifully, it will be noted to you. Until they will not understand what is happening. Today you got a clarity. Sir concentrating on alphabets going on. That only today complete alphabets came to you. You had idea also. Today you can read the notes very carefully. Variables, methods, constructors, blocks. Classes means day one onwards class is there for you. Already concentrate on references, inheritance and inner classes. So all are available to you. Great. So this Java alphabets ended. Sir, when this Java alphabets ended, you should conclude concepts also, no, sir? Right? So, under concepts, object-oriented programming is going on. So, still we are under object types only going on. Still not completed. So, what is the second concept available here now? What is the second concept here now? Exception handling. Now we are entering into exception handling. Object-oriented programming will be going on. With that, we are entering into what concept here now? Second concept known as exception handling. Why, sir? Because the class already holding variable, method, block, constructor, inner class, inner interface, inner abstract class, already class is holding. Now the class should hold try, catch, finally, throw, throws. Exception handling components must come inside. They should enter into the class. To make that components available inside the class, we are entering into second concept known as what now? Exception handling process we are entering. All of you understood now? Meanwhile, features not concluded. You written inheritance and you are waiting. Still not concluded. I not concluded still. Still I am not speaking about features. After completing exception handling process, I'll enter directly into polymorphism. Through polymorphism, I'll conclude the features. That is a way of subject. So now I am entering into which concept now? Exception handling. Why? The class inside, I must declare one try, sir, one catch, sir, one finally, sir. They should come inside my class, sir. Up to now, they not entered. So to make that components to enter into my class, I am entering into exception handling process in Java. Make a side. So this summary, can I paste in your notes? So it will come to you. Summary. After that, you are entering into exceptioning. Whatever the assignment I given today or any other 1 or 2 assignment, this Saturday I will write. Right, I'll sit. So now I am entering into which concept now? Exception handling process. Who are having a time by 5:30, start Advanced Java to save the time. Okay, right. Now, separate page, separate paper. Any red ink, blue ink is there, write that color also. Exception handling process. Exception handling process in Java. Second, object-oriented programming concept. I'm entering. So from now, applications will be there. Chapters I'll say. Exception handling, 3 sessions. So today, Thursday na Friday na? Friday today. Thursday na? Thursday, Friday. Tomorrow, almost you'll understand. Saturday, we can conclude it. After that, polymorphism chapter will come. 2 sessions. Monday, Tuesday. If not, 1 more session, Wednesday. After polymorphism, that inheritance, remaining all conclusions, we write it. Then we start our string chapter will be started. By around Thursday, strings will be started. Strings, it takes 3 to 4 sessions it takes. From there, one session wrapper class. From there, we enter into data structures. Collection framework will be started. Right? That is nothing but third concept. Here, second concept is what now? Exception handle. What is the third concept now? Collection framework you will enter. Once the collection framework will take 12 sessions, very biggest. So collection framework completed means you can close the batch. Just I'm planning to complete your batch before Pongal. I'm planning. So before 10th and so on, let me plan it. I'm planning that because I'm running that concept. Understood or not now? Right. Yes or no now? So I'm planning to cover before Pongal. I'm planning. So that if I give complete and give to you, then it will be clear. If you go for all days on Pongal also, core Java completely will be available with you. Now I'm planning that. So because the journey is going on anyway, let me do that. So now I'm entering into exception handling process. I'm entering. Right. Define exception. Define exception. You came before Dasara. You must complete the batch before Pongal. That's the plan. You came before Dasara, no? Right. Dasara 1 week before you came, I think. Because the strength is very less in this batch. That's the reason. Generally, 9 AM batch means very huge strength will be there. Before Dasara batch, this is. So, this strength not there in this batch. The reason. Generally, when they start batches in normal time, strength will be there. So this batch very less strength will be there because before the Asrana, all will be in the festival moods. So that the batch less formed. The disturbance which is occurred from the application. The disturbance which is occurred from the application is known as exception. The disturbance which is occurred from the application is known as exception. Exception means a disturbance. Sir, what kind of disturbance? Disturbance means I want integer value. The user is entering float value. One disturbance will come. Or without my knowledge, somewhere I divided by 0. Infinite, no, according to mathematics. So some calculations problem or loading binding problem, searching and linking problem like this. Without the developer knowledge, if anything goes wrong, that is disturbance. The disturbance by terminology, we call it as what now? Exception. From today, exception means disturbance. Disturbance means exception. The disturbance is coming from where now? Application. The application disturbance is known as exception. Now we have to handle this exception. We have to handle it. Developers has to handle it. The reason, you are only writing the program. You are the creator of the program. The program created by the developer. If any disturbance occurred, you only should handle because you are the owner of that code. If you are not there, source code will not come. Suppose I given one white paper to you, write one program. If you don't write, source code not there. For me, idea not coming means source code not there. Source code not there means project not there, no? If project is not there, UI engineer not there, tester not there, DB not there. These are all interlinked to you only. Your idea, they are all linked. If project is there, then screens will be there. UI engineer will come. If project is there, background tester will come and test it. If project is there, table creations will be there. DB engineer will come. So these many people are working on your idea. Whenever you get one idea, then the source code will come. So you are the program creators. If anything goes wrong, you only must handle it. The process we call it as exception handling process. Write it. Define exception handling process. Define exception handling process. the process which is used to handle the exception. The process which is used to handle the exception is known as exception handling process. You can say the process which is used to handle the exception is known as exception handling process. Very easy chapter also. Just concentrate and very easy will be there. Now, we use the following blocks in exception handling process. We use the following blocks in exception handling process. 1. Try block, catch block, finally block. Try block, catch block, and finally block. What is the difference between block and method? Blocks are executed automatically, but methods are executed on method call. Methods means we have to call it. We are not calling any blocks. Blocks are executed automatically. These exception handling blocks will execute automatically when exception raised. When the disturbance raised, these blocks will run automatically. Make a statement. These exception handling blocks will be executed automatically when the exception is raised. These exception handling blocks will be executed automatically when the exception is raised. These blocks will run automatically when the exception is raised. So individually, one line we will write it about them. Try block will hold the statements which are going to raise the exception. Try block will hold the statements which are going to raise the exception. Syntax. Try followed by statements. Try open flower bracket, close the flower bracket. Statements will be there. Execution behavior of try block. When exception raised in try block, When exception raised in try block, then one object is created for exception type class. When exception raised in try block, then one object is created for exception type class and the reference of object is thrown onto catch block. When exception raised in try block, then one object is created for exception type class and reference of object is thrown onto catch block. I'll explain with the diagram, don't worry. Theoretical I'm making. Okay, right. Now, catch block. Catch block will hold the reference, will hold the object reference thrown from the try block. Catch block will hold the object reference thrown from the try block and the required message is generated. The message will come from catch block. That's the meaning. Catch block will hold the object reference thrown from the try block and the required message is generated. Catch block will give the message. Syntax. Catch. Exception. Type class. Reference variable. Message. Finally, block is part of exception handling process, but executed independently. Without depending on exception. The meaning, exception raised or not raised, exception handled or not handled, the final block will run. That is known as executed independently without depending on disturbance. That's the meaning. In real time, finally block is declared with resource closing operations. In real time, final block is declared with resource closing operations. Which means input output to close. Daily you're writing S dot close, no? IO close, DB close, file close. This kind of statements we write in finally block. So syntax, finally, and some statements. Some statements. So try, catch, finally. Theoretical. Whenever I write my program, clarity will come. Okay, right. Okay. Here one small diagram about finally. Small flowchart diagram. Exception raised. Exception raised here. True or false will be there. Two options. Maybe true, maybe false. Exception raised true. Exception raised false means not raised. If exception raised here, again two options, handled, not handled. Exception handled. Here also two options again. Not handled, false. Exception handled, true. Here, finally block statements will be there. Finally block. Exception not raised, but even then final block is executed. Exception not raised also final block executed. Exception raised but not handled, final block will run. Exception raised, we handled, final block will run. That is known as independently. Without depending upon the situation, it will run, right? Write and keep it, the flow. So finally block will run at any cost. Because of this reason, we keep resource closing operations. We keep it. right? All of you drawn it? Right. Okay. Now this theoretical, I must convert into your practical. Can I do practical tomorrow? Right, this one, separate. So tomorrow, example of class, exception, throwable is entering. Up to now, you don't know classes, interfaces, abstract classes. Now, example of class is coming from library. So classes you constructed. Now, examples of classes are coming. Examples of class tomorrow, throwable, exception. They'll come from the library. Using that throwable and exception, we are going to write the exception handling process. Tomorrow I'll show how to write exception handling process in your program. So tomorrow, 3 or 4 programs we are going to write. Tomorrow the complete structure will come out, practical structure to you, right? Take a break for today. Yesterday's notes updated, right? Now I'll update today's notes once. Try this assignment and come. Abstract class assignment. Previously, one more assignment is there in inner classes. Do you remember? Using constructors. One assignment is there. The 2 assignments I'll plan to write on Saturday. If Saturday I am moving exception handling, Monday I will write. That's the point. Because I must complete your exception handling because your advanced Java trainer will ask a question today. Do you complete an exception handling chapter? Answer is yes, you must say. Because he'll take 3-4 days for introduction. By that, exception handling will be ended. That's the plan. Okay. Take a break. Thank you very much.
బిజీ ఉంటుందో ఫ్రీ ఉంటుంది ఏదో. అంటే 1 గంట లోపే బయటికి రావచ్చా? మరి కార్డు ఇచ్చేస్తే ఫోన్ చేస్తాను.